The following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
Welcome to the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports.
Lob past Cooper. Oh, he slams it right over the top of Golden. 15 on the shot clock. Fears down the lane. Right at Golden. Back shot good. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Fears.
It is time for the Auto Owners Insurance presentation of the Tom Izzo Show. Tonight's show is sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. The Tom Izzo Show is also brought to you by Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of MSU Athletics. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. And Coors Light, choose chill. Now, alongside Mike Garland and Michigan State head basketball coach Tom Izzo, here's the voice of Spartan basketball, Will Tieman.
And a pleasant good evening to everybody around the great state of Michigan and beyond. And welcome into the Tom Izzo Show as we are live at One North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing. If you want to join our audience friend at the MSU Coaches Shows, make your reservation by emailing coachesshows at onenorthdining.com. Well, the Big Ten season's 20 games long. We played 10. We open up the show by saying we are tied for first place. And Tom, thanks for making the game so dramatic. It kept the radio audience in suspense. It was big time. Thank you.
Well, I'd just like to thank all of you for being here. I mean, this proves that not only Youpers are certifiably nuts, you people down here. I mean, to be here in the weather the way it is, and Mike and I thank you, Will. But last night, gentleman here just said you stole one last night. And I said, a lot of times it's better to be lucky than good. Not a lot of times, but every once in a while. And, I got to admit that was a game that we practiced well. I thought we were ready to play. Mike, you were over a couple times. And, I don't know if, you could use all the coach cliches. It's a trap game in between big game and then Michigan. Their record's not good. If you've ever been to the RAC, which Mike has, Will has, it's a tough place to play. And, of course, when Michigan State goes somewhere, it was blackout night. It was this, it was that. And place was hopping. And they played really well. He's a really good coach. They played really well. I almost felt embarrassed shaking his hand at the end because I just said you kicked our our area. When are we going to get an HBO network?
I think it's next year.
So I can be more myself. You know what I mean? But anyway, I told him that right there on the floor. I just said, hey, you beat us in every area. Oh, coach this. You did everything right. And yet I've been on the other side of some of those now.
Right.
So they say in a lifetime, things even out. And so maybe we stole one, as you said. But we had to earn it at the end. And first thing, Bill Raftery, he came down the TV, which is normally on the floor, was way up. And Bill came down the steps. I waited for what seemed like an hour. And when he got there, he said, this is going to do you some good down the stretch. And I said, easy for you to say sitting up there drinking a Diet Pepsi and eating a hamburger. I said it wasn't as much fun down on the floor, but he's probably right. It was a good teaching thing. We talked in the locker room. We had meetings today and we had practice today, and guys are meeting right now. I will say this, Will, you make it a little tough. I mean, I got Michigan, and not that I don't like the radio show, but I'm going from here back to work because we got a lot of things to do, and it's a 2-day prep. So thank you so much. That's really what I wanted to say for coming out. I mean, a packed house on a night like today, like it is right now, just tells a little bit about the Michigan State way. So thank you.
Well, Tom, the game proved what I've been telling the audience. Hardest games to win are the ones you're supposed to.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. and you're at Michigan State, and who we are.
You were over in my office every day. Why the hell did you didn't tell our players that?
Well, you know what?
Well, I tell these people they didn't even shoot.
What did I tell you today? You had a look on their face like, you guys got us here, now get us out.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Mike was laughing when he came in today. Like, I told you so. You know?
Get us out.
There was one really neat moment, and Tom, you always talk about player-coach teams. It was late in the game, and there's a timeout, and our huddle looked on fire. And I'm seeing Kohler really vocal, and then I went, wait a minute. Tom isn't even in the middle of the huddle.
Can't blame me.
No, but I mean,
I get blamed for enough.
I know, but wasn't that kind of cool, though? The guys are kind of taking charge a little bit.
Yeah, you know, Jax is, you know, he struggled out west a little bit. And sometimes time change and all that goofs him up. And then he got sick. And he was sick. And then he got in foul trouble twice. So he's had 4 average games for him. And he is so driven. I mean, the guy is like obsessed. And that's good to a certain extent. And so I brought him in today and had a half-hour meeting with him about, I love your passion. I love what you do. But, you know, if you let it drive you the wrong way, then it's going to burn you out instead of make you better. And so he had a great practice. But you're right. You know, I mean, players kind of, I said I learned a lot about Jeremy in that game and had nothing to do with the end. It was the first part of it when he was awful.
Right.
He didn't play very well. And he had 2 points and he had a few turnovers and just didn't play very well. Then he got in foul trouble and he's sitting next to me telling me he can go back in. And I explained to him, no, you can't. And so it was a good affair, but every huddle and at halftime, he was phenomenal. And that was big growth for him. So Bill Raftery might be right what he said. And, you know, so it was a kind of a long trip because we didn't get back till.
Yeah. But what are you famous for? And you tell all the young coaches and everybody that comes into the building. A player coach team beats a coach team every time.
Yeah, you know, I said
every
that.
time.
I think
it's going to happen.
I said it in here, but I said it about 8 years ago. And some guy just ripped me, you know, on, well, then why in the hell are we paying you so much money? If you don't even coach the team. He's probably right.
I think you coached the team.
You coaching the team.
Yeah, I think you're coaching the team.
Coach the guys into how to coach their fellow players.
Yeah. It is true though. When players take ownership, it's like any of your lives, your business, your families. When the family takes ownership, the business partners take ownership, the team takes ownership, it's better. That's why I'm glad I got a bunch of guys that play for the name on the front and not on the name of the back.
Absolutely.
By the way, when you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local teams across the Midwest, from big league stadiums to the neighborhood ball fields. Learn more at Meijer.com/community. This is the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
And welcome back to the Coach Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Well, by the way, we still have our mic. If anybody wants to ask a question, come on up. There's lots of things to talk about, as this Big Ten race is about to get really crazy. Tom, you mentioned Jeremy Fears. I did some fast math on his last 9 games. He's been the number 2 assist guy in the country for quite a while now. He still is, by the way. But all of a sudden, in the last 9 games, on average, he's scoring almost 19 points a game, and his assist total is still there. He had 9 assists last night, not to mention the 29 points he had. And what has happened to his game? He just looks like he is now comfortable with that role.
Oh, I mean, if I could only tell you how the process goes for these guys, it's a process. They come in and they think it's going to be so easy, and then you get down, and then Jeremy was injured, and it just takes a while. I think the hardest thing for these athletes or even students nowadays is you have to find somebody you trust. And there's so many people using these kids, if you ask me, and sometimes including parents, you ask me. And so it's hard, and some of the things he's doing, number one, he's doing a phenomenal job from the free throw line, and he's getting fouled. Number two, he's figured out how to make some of those enclosed shots. Still not shooting great from the 3 when that comes around. Then he'll take it to another level, and he's working on it. But it's a process, and not ready to canonize Jeremy yet. I was more excited about his halftime and his huddles than I was about his shot. Now that's how weird I am. But he's really done a nice job, and he's getting better, and he's just trusting more, trusting what you say, trusting what you do. I mean, Mike, we went through that with Matina on up. I mean, it's
Cassius.
It's no different.
It's no different.
And that's why it's a process sometimes.
16 of 17 free throws he made in that comeback win. And it's one thing to make some free throws. He made them when we absolutely had to have them. And boy, that's the kind of guy you want. Did you say our kind of guy?
Yeah, he's been really good at the free throw line, and some of our other guys are starting to make some now, and I do think Cohen's getting better, and I think, Coop is getting better, and Jax has been so good all year, and he struggles, so he'll get better, and we're getting a little more out of our freshmen. I think Cam is the next guy. He's really good enough to take another step. It's been a rough go since his injury, but he's doing all right. And then those collection of 3-2 guards are, Divine hit a big shot last night.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. We got a question.
We got
what
a
the hell are we
question.
talking
Yeah.
about here?
Hi, it's Norm from Hope. And this is a Mr. Obvious statement from me, okay?
You must be a media member.
No. Because I believe it's a big part of your philosophy, too. And I say it in football, and I say it in basketball, and it's in all kinds of sports and even in life. But defense can make a game look very ugly. and make your team look very average. And just why State does so well against so many other teams. And now, to me, that was even proven more in the last 2 weeks when they made the West Coast swing and they did the Rutgers game. Maryland wasn't as tight, shot the lights out. But those other 3 games, that hesitation and the shot and everything else has a big effect on a game. And, it's...
Well, defense travels, as they say, and that's why look at the NFL right now. Look at the Patriots, look at everybody's canonizing Seattle, best defensive team. By the way, I did talk to our man Walker a couple days ago. He, along with White, our old receiver, who those guys came to the building about a month or 2 ago when they had a break, and White's on injured reserve. But, we were there, and I tried to get him when we were there, and he just sent me a nice text and told me that he wished he could have found a way to see us, but they played the same time. But football is whoever wins the championship, it's going to be because of their defense. I always said Draymond's team, when they won 4 out of 6, championships, they were the number 1 defensive team.
Right.
You can say it made you look ugly, and yet, we scored 88 points last night. That's a lot of points.
Oh, and in the end, your shooting percentage was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the first half, it was not so well.
Yeah. You know what? That's the last time I'm letting my assistants coach the first half. I'm not doing that anymore.
Man, oh
it's
man.
not happening.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, even Sparty knows everyone needs a timeout from now and then, so why not take yours at the beach? Myrtle Beach is home of 60 miles of warm, sandy beaches. Warm, wow. 2,000 restaurants and much more. Enter now for a chance to win your very own beach break getaway. Compliments of Visit Myrtle Beach. Go to visitmyrtlebeach.com/ and make sure to enter. Your ultimate beach break is just a click away. We are live from Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Tom Izzo, and our show is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You are listening to the Tom Izzo Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Get into Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
At the Capital Region International Airport, we connect our community to the world with nonstop flights to Washington, D.C. and Chicago on American Airlines, Detroit on Delta Airlines, and Orlando, Fort Myers, and Tampa on Breeze Airways. When you fly Lansing, you're just one stop away from over 500 global destinations. And with direct flights to Cancun, Punta Cana, and Los Cabos from January through April, your escape to beautiful tropical beaches is easier than ever. The Capital Region International Airport, your gateway to the world. Visit flylansing.com for more information and to book your flight today.
You love the thrill of the game, but not from the sidelines. As the official orthopedic and sports medicine partner of Michigan State Athletics, McLaren Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help you get back in action. Our team of experts specialize in the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of sport injuries. Whether you're swinging a bat, shooting hoops, or running the trails, we make you feel like a pro at any age. Learn more at McLaren.org.
We're back live on the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. By the way, brunch is better at One North Kitchen and Bar. Every weekend, enjoy chef-made dishes, mimosas, and good company just north of campus. Well, Tom, a lot of things have been going on, and it is Michigan Week. And I thought it'd be fun to ask you and Mike maybe some of your fondest memories of the Michigan Week. You guys have both had a bunch. Okay.
That's like feeling good about your girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. What the hell's good about it? I mean, I don't get that one either. The media asked me today, they always want me to be in love with Michigan. And I just say, how can you do that? Can you imagine Bo Schembechler coming up here and having dinner with everybody and waving and saying hello, or going down to Columbus and, having a beer with Woody Hayes, I mean, it's illegal. I don't know why people don't understand that. You respect your opponent, but you don't like them. And I just, so it's Michigan Week. And you know what? I think this is my 58th game.
Wow.
Against them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's been that many.
Yeah. You were a part of probably 45 of them.
Man, I got to check out your birth
And
certificate.
like your man, like your man said here, you were part of 45 of them, and we lost 20 of those, and you were probably coaching that half. So what else you want to know about the Michigan Week? It's a great week. I mean, this is what it's supposed to be. I've been part of the rivalry when we weren't very good, and it's not a rivalry. I've been part of the rivalry when they weren't very good. It was more of an enjoyable rivalry, but it wasn't a good rivalry. And now I think for the first time somebody said ever, I can't believe that, but there's two teams ranked in the top 7.
Right.
But that's what makes, Duke and Carolina. And, when John Beilein was there, we had it going with that. We're both going to Final Fours and great respect. And that's what makes it so special, And so I wish we had another day or two to prepare. I'm sure they do too. I mean, it's the same because then the build-up's bigger. But now it's like, just
You remember the first time we beat them when you got the job, and I knew we were going to win when we went down there and they beat us pretty bad. But the thing that really got us all going, and even the kids, remember their fans mistreated our wives and Tone's mom and all of that. And man, and I just remember, before the game, man, you gave the speech and those legs were just shaking like that. Them guys wanted a piece of them so bad. And man,
yeah, we had lost 5 in a row. That's what I mean. It wasn't a rivalry then. Then I think we won like a bunch in a row. But you know what? It's they got a really good team. I mean, they got the most talent, I think, in the league. I think in maybe the country. They have a very good team, and they beat some really good people. They're 20-1. I said, well, of course they're good. They're 20-1. What do you think? And one of the guys said, well, you're 19-2. I said, yeah, but I never think we're as good. So maybe we're pretty good too.
I think, I would say that. And so as you take a look at this thing, do you like the fact that the very last game of the year is going to be, I know you don't want to go to Ann Arbor to wrap up the regular season, but wouldn't it be cool if the last game every year was against, Michigan State against Michigan home and away?
Love it. I love it. I think that's kind of the Duke Carolina thing, and look what it brings. I'm game if they want to. If somebody wants to do that, that's fine with me. I'm one of those any team, anytime, anywhere, whatever. And so we do go down there last game of the year, and that's what makes this game even more important at this time of the year. But when you look at our schedule, I think 8 of our next 10 games are against teams that are in the top 5 or 6 of the conference. I think 4 of the 10 games are against top 10 in the Ken Palm ranking. So, and some other teams got it tough. I mean, Purdue's just lost 3 in a row. That's un-American. It's illegal. It's, can't happen. But There's some losses, I think, for a lot of teams. You know, the funny thing about last night was Nebraska was missing one of their best players, their 6'10" center, who, you know, hit 5 or 6 threes against us.
Mass.
And so I don't know. You know, every team matches up a little different with every team. You never know. But I got a feeling it's going to be fun Friday night. I think our fans are going to be, you know, I think I'm going to get on the mic and say this. Everybody here like Michigan. And when they say no, I'm going to tell the media, see, they're no different than I am. We're all together in this. But I'm sure it'll be the same in Ann Arbor, only the opposite way. So it's all good. It's good. That's what rivalries, that's what makes the water coolers and the coffee shops and the barber shops hop. So if we can aid to that this week, God bless them.
Okay, ready for some trivia?
Yeah.
Okay. It's now time for the Alumni Hall Trivia, and today's winner will receive tickets to our next home game, which, by the way, is Friday, and it's Michigan, and a $25 gift card to Alumni Hall. So here is the question. The 17 assists that Jeremy Fears got was not only just a career high, but tied him for the second most ever in a single game for Spartan. The question is, who did Jeremy tie with 17 assists in a single game?
I bet you don't know, Mike Garland.
Well,
No, it wasn't Tom Izzo.
No.
I do know that.
We can't answer yet. We got to take a break.
No, I
But
don't
we
know.
have people
I
that
don't
line
know.
up pretty quick.
I really don't know.
Anyway, we'll be back with the answer and see if we can give away some tickets to a game and some money. We'll be back with the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
This is Labatt, brewed for the fans who can't stop shouting shoot it, and the driveway heroes who still call raindrops on every brick. Make fun of a ref through the TV like he can hear you, then miss 3 straight free throws on your buddy's hoop. Argue every foul, celebrate every layup, and somehow think you're running the offense from Section 312. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about the court, it's the noise, the passion, and the Labatt you're holding while you live it. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
And thanks for joining us for the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Well, we have a trivia question in front of the house, brought to you by the Alumni Hall. So the question is, when Jeremy Fears got a 17 assist against Maryland, that was the second best ever for a Spartan in a single game. The question is, who did he tie? And boy, we lined up pretty quick here. Fire away.
Yeah, Jeff Watson from Holt and Northern alumni, by the way. Great day to be a Wildcat.
Great day. Always. Anytime it snows, it's a great day to be a Wildcat.
I'm thinking Gary Ganakis was the assistant leader at that point.
We thought this would, who would have guessed?
I know you didn't know.
Anyway, it was Gary Ganakis. But it happened in 1972. It had been a while. And so there you go. Congratulations. tickets for the big game and a $25 gift card from the Alumni Hall. And it was interesting. If you're in our little world, as he was getting closer and closer to the Big Ten record and the MSU record, that was 20 by Mateen Cleaves. That came on March 4th, 2000. It was a game against Michigan, and MSU won that 114-63. So it's kind of easy to get 20 assists in that one, sort of, kind of. Okay, during the break, for those listening, Tom wanted to talk to the people in the audience, and this was too good. I got to go back there. He told the audience why, when he was guard, he didn't get like 17 assists in the game or 20. We got to go back there, Tom.
Well, I just said my good friend, my best friend, Mike Garland, kept missing all the damn shots. So you don't get an assist if the guy doesn't make the shot. So I gave him the ball, and he missed the shot, and so I never got the assist that I deserved.
And then Mike's retort was, he talked about Tom's shooting prowess.
Yeah, well,
I wasn't a good shooter. That's why I passed it. Mike wasn't a good shooter, and he didn't pass it.
But I was going to shoot. Trust me.
Well, this one I've always been amazed. Jeremy Fears was the Big Ten Co-Player of the Week. He put together a couple of really, really good games. And, well, he was deserving of it. But what the amazing part of that is, he was our first Big Ten Player of the Week since Aaron Henry, March 8th, 2021. And I keep going back to last year where this team won the Big Ten regular season by 3 full games. And I guess people who picked this thought that there weren't players making shots and doing things to dominate the league in the back half. Isn't that crazy? It's been that long since you've had a Player of the Week.
I think there was the same media members that didn't vote Bill Belichick in after he won 8 world championships.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then here's Tom. He's the winningest coach in the history of the Big Ten. He's been the National Coach of the Year 8 times. He's been the Big Ten Coach of the Year 4 times. And then it gets better. Krzyzewski, 42 years at Duke, only 4 times the ACC Coach of the Year. He won more national championships than he was Coach of the Year. So I think we need to reevaluate how we do this.
Those things don't matter. You know what matters is you hang a banner. Jeremy can hang a banner. He won't care about being Player of the Week.
Right.
Well, that was a talking point, Tom.
It was.
Got a question.
We got a question.
Got a question.
I love questions.
Sherry from, I guess it's Holt Night, because I'm also from Holt. This is to Mike. I bought your book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I plan on passing it on to a local high school sophomore basketball player for him to read, because I figure he can use it not only with his skills, but with life. And I just want to let you know that I think every coach should have it a mandatory read for their players, because there's so much in there that can help them move on through life.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. And that's what it was really all about. And, you know, boy, it moves me a little bit because, you know, of course, Tom brought me here to Michigan State, and without him, I wouldn't be here, or nor could I have written that book. But it's all about helping other people. And, you know, that's what our program has always been about. That's what he's always wanted to be about. We taught basketball, but more than anything else, we taught our guys life skills. And I appreciate that again. Thank you so much.
Yep. Yeah. So, Mike, how long did it take you to write that book? I know that you had multiple drafts.
Oh, forever. It 13 years. If you recall, I used to sometime when we would be flying to a game, Chief would sit in front of me and I would have him read some of it a little bit. And I would just, you know, and particularly when we would fly to places, I would write in between and just whatever little free time I would have.
Yeah. Man. Well, it's a great read. It is a great read. If anybody has not looked at that book, it is really something. And the thing that got me though was the stories that I thought I knew all of them. Wrong. Wrong.
That is well.
And so you want to talk about Mateen clips?
Were you surprised at some of the games lately? Indiana, Purdue, or Nebraska, Michigan, with the injuries, or any of you surprised with some of the games? Our game against Rutgers, when you play 31 games, boy, it's to try to get your guys up and ready, both mentally and physically, is different. And there's been a lot of strange games out there this year, more than I think most years.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? Nothing.
Purdue's defense doesn't seem like as good as normal.
Yeah, that's what some of the people said. I have not seen them play much, but you know what? They got some good players, and he's a good coach, and they'll find a way to bounce back. But boy, sometimes when that kid from Illinois hit 46 points, I'm not sure God could have covered him.
Right.
So I don't blame that on Purdue.
I mean, we had some of that last night. I mean, you guys were right there with a hand up, and those guys were making those shots.
That's a good point. And that team was not a very good shooting team. And at halftime, I wanted to kill the guy who scouted them, on the report, because it seemed like they hit some shots.
Oh,
they really did. And give them credit, though. They hit some shots.
So they came in the worst scoring team in the Big Ten. So they didn't hit many shots. 17th in shooting percentage. So they had a day, didn't they? They had a day.
Yeah, and I don't think it was all bad defense. I thought it was some was good offense, and yet we seemed in a little bit of quicksand early. We just didn't weren't bad. We just couldn't get it going. And halftime, we talked about it and played a little better the second half, but not for the last 5 minutes. We would have lost the game. But as I said, there's so many games over my career that I was on the other end of that. You were part of that,
No question.
I remember Wright State. I remember Penn State the year we won the national championship. Wright State the year we won the national championship. We got beat by Wright State, and we got, I think, triple overtime to Penn State. And sometimes you do got to be a little lucky.
Well, what year was it when? With seconds left, with I don't know how many. Will, maybe when we lost the game to Iowa.
Oh,
down at Iowa.
59 seconds left. We're 10 up.
Yeah, and they came back and beat us.
I think that was another game you coached the second half.
You see, it all goes on me, right?
But can you believe all the threes they made? It was nuts what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. What was the total? They had 10?
Oh, it's 10, yeah, and they seemed to get them all in the last minute. It was just nuts.
Oh, Iowa you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they hit like
that was
5.
crazy.
Yeah. That was crazy. But the team last night hit some threes early and hit some shots. But, we're getting better. What I'm excited about is I don't think we've even come close to our ceiling, which means I think some guys can get better. I can get better. We all can get better. Now, whether you will or not, that's the mark of every season. But we're not maxed out, and the games we've won, we've deserved to win.
Right.
In fact, the 2 games we lost, we led with 3 minutes left against Duke and against Nebraska. So, I just think the problem's going to be when you lose a game. So hear me out, because there will be some losses probably. And when you lose a game, how do the players handle it? How do the fans handle it? How do the media handle it? How do people handle it? It's hard to rock the boat when you're winning. The boat gets a little rockier when you lose. And I talked to my team about it last night, after the game, and so we're going to have some big games coming up and some tough games coming up starting Friday night. And, there's not many games that won't be against top teams.
That's right.
In fact, one of the games will be a home game against Rutgers, and look at the problems we had. Minnesota was a game everybody thought, and they're really playing a lot better. And if you ever been to the Barn, it's a tough place to play up there.
Always.
So God, I'm getting tired thinking about it.
By the way, the Abboud Law Firm is proud to sponsor Beyond the Arc, that campaign. Every time we make it 3, they donate $25 to the Izzo Legacy Foundation. So thanks to the Abboud Law Firm for supporting the Izzo Legacy Foundation. Same goes for Robin's women's team. And collectively right now, we're over $7,000, and we have 19 regular season games to go. So it's always kind of the goal to get to the 10,000 mark, and I think it's going to happen. So, Tom Izzo Show is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. We'll be back with more after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer of Michigan State Athletics. So crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Show and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North Kitchen and Bar, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
And welcome back to the Auto Owners Insurance Tom Izzo Show. Frank, if you want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on all of our Spartan Network stations, presented by Frank & Muth Insurance. Find a local independent agent near you and visit fmins.com. We will be right back with more Coaches Shows brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. And Kathy will get your question then. But first, let's take a break.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Calling hard seltzer lovers. Searching for the tastiest seltzer? Look no further. Neutral Vodka Seltzer is absolutely delicious. Made with real vodka and real juice, Neutral keeps it tasty with every sip. With flavors like pineapple, watermelon, orange, and lime, there's something for everyone. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch. Neutral flavored vodka and carbonation, 4.5% alcohol by volume, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hear that roar? That's the sound of Spartan Nation. And Dean Trailways is right there, every mile of the way. As the official ground transportation provider of Michigan State Athletics, we connect Spartans to championships. For every game, every practice, every victory, we deliver it. Elite service that powers the green and white. When you demand championship-level transportation, Dean Trailways is your winning drive. Become part of our team at deantrailways.com.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
And welcome back for more of the Spartan Basketball Show, the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Well, Tom, we got a question.
Hi, Tom.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm Kathy from DeWitt. I'm trying to figure out how much of this I want to ask you. But so Jordan Scott's mom was at the last home game, and she was also at Rutgers. She is an absolutely beautiful woman, which is why I probably told Jordan Scott he was too pretty to be a boy. And
no, don't do
then when I asked him if he remembered what I
Mike's
said,
not.
he said no. And I'm like, good, never mind.
Sure.
Does it help when, well, I have two questions. Does it help when they have a parent there? Do they really want to play that much better? And second of all, does she go into the locker room and pep the team up at all? That's a loaded question.
Does it help? It helps the player. Sometimes it doesn't help me. I mean, most parents are mad at you, but Christy's unbelievable. She played at Maryland. His dad played at Miami. She does the Washington Wizards, the women's pro team. She does she does some of our women's games. She's a hit on TV too. And, she's great. Yeah, she was there the other night or last night, but she is great. So I enjoyed her, but she doesn't, come into the locker room. Something's got to be sacred yet. Jeez.
I was going to set him up.
By the way, the hockey team is 1 point out of first place in Big Ten, ranked second in the nation. They have a big weekend coming up at Penn State. They have what I would call normal game on Friday, and Saturday they play an outdoor game in the football stadium.
Yeah, I talked to Adam today, and after the tragedy, it's been tough on them what's happened, but he's doing really well. He's done a hell of a job, and Robin, I think, is 19-1, or they got one lost. So, boy, the winter sports are hanging in there right now. Now we got a tough month and a half left here of January and February, and see what happens. But it'll be an interesting game. Saturday afternoon at 1:00 is when they play the outdoor game, which Mark Hollis started here 20-some years ago. So it'll be good. He's looking forward to it. Penn State's pretty good. They just swept Minnesota last week. The job he's done has been phenomenal, and they're knocking on the door again of another championship and hoping this year they can take that to the NCAA tournament and keep advancing. So a lot of exciting things. Why the hell isn't the season almost over? If we had like 2 games left, we'd be in great shape. Unfortunately, we got 10 games left and we got a lot of games left.
So what's the magic number you think, Tom, losses you can have to win this
There
thing?
was a question and an answer. What was the question?
Women host Michigan Sunday.
Yes,
also.
yes. So hopefully we can both take care of business. But what's the magic number of what I think? Well, right now, there's what?
4 guys with 1.
4 of us with 1 and a couple more with 2. I mean, I said last year I thought it'd take 4 or 5 wins, and we won it with 3, or losses. We won it with 3. I don't know. I just haven't seen the schedule, of the other teams, because that makes a difference. But I still think there'll be 3-4 losses for most teams. And if somebody doesn't have that many, they're probably going to win it. But I think that there's still some losses left out there, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Well, Spartan fans, gear up with an MSU FCU Visa credit card featuring the Spartan helmet. It's a perfect way to show your Spartan pride while earning cash back on every purchase. Apply now at msufcu.org and make every purchase a proud Spartan moment. And Michigan State men's basketball is presented by Rocket Mortgage, Rocket Mortgage is helping more Americans own more of America. Your journey home starts at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket, own the dream. Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. Ask for your independent auto owner's agent. See if they can help you. We'll be back with more of the Coach Izzo Show in a moment right here on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Spartan fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of airballs and alley-oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to MSU basketball games or to any other live event in East Lansing, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of MSU basketball. Go green, go white, SeatGeek.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
This is Labatt, brewed for the fans who can't stop shouting "shoot it," and the driveway heroes who still call raindrops on every brick. Make fun of a ref through the TV like he can hear you, then miss 3 straight free throws on your buddy's hoop. Argue every foul, celebrate every layup, and somehow think you're running the offense from Section 312. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about the court, it's the noise, the passion, and the Labatt you're holding while you live it. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Well, thanks for joining us, Spartan fans, here at 1 North for the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Well, Tom, what happens between now and tip-off? How much can you give your guys on this short turnaround?
Well, today was a good day. We had meetings at 3 and 2:33, and then we had practice from 4 to 6, and then we had media till 6:30. Then they ate, and we had a little meeting then, and I left a little early, a little film session. Then tomorrow morning we'll have breakfast and a film session, and then we'll have practice. And then we shoot free throws like we do every time a night before a game, and have our last film session about 8:30 at night. And then Friday we have a shoot around 5 hours before the game, so it's an 8 o'clock game, so that means 3 to 4, and 4 o'clock we'll have a pregame meal and play the game.
There you go. Got a question, Tom?
Hey, so I noticed that Kohler's jersey got ripped in the first half, and then he had to wear 45 for the rest of the first half. So it got me thinking about Denzel Valentine. Do you think he'll be the next one up to the rafters, and who makes the decision on that?
There's a committee, but there's a couple guys that I think are getting worthy of that. There are some criteria. You have to be a player of the year. You have to be an All-American. There's certain criteria, and there's a committee that decides that. I mean, I guess I have some say about as much as I have with the officials, so not much. But I think Denzel's definitely a guy. Cash. I mean, there's some guys that are definitely worthy of that, and yet I'm always trying to be a little more. I get calls on guys from the past, and some of them were really good players, and I just never want to forget about the people that built the place. So I think this after this season, I'm really going to look into that now and see what we got to do and what we should be doing, and get a lot of suggestions. And maybe some of that'll happen. But he got his jersey ripped off.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's in number 45, and I have no idea that he got his jersey ripped off. So I said, what the hell, did he forget his jersey back at the hotel or what? You know, I was mad at him for a minute, you know. And then my equipment man said, no, they ripped his jersey off. There was no foul called. So then I went to the official and I said, what the hell is this? And give the Rutgers people credit. Their equipment man went in and sewed up his jersey. I mean, it was ripped from here, like that far. And he sewed it up for us, and which was pretty nice. And then second half, he played with his regular number on, you know. I'm not one of them superstitious guys that believe the number scores points for you. I think the player does. So wasn't a big deal to me, but it was strange to see him in number 45, and I didn't know what the hell happened.
Thank you.
How do you keep guys relaxed, Tom? I mean, everybody's going to be.
I'm good at that, man. I'm really. I mean, the next 2 days, I just do a hell of a job on that. You know, like, come on, guys, let's go have a beer and call it a day. You know, practice? No, we don't have to practice. We're like Allen Iverson. What the hell's practice for? I don't do a very damn good job of keeping my guys relaxed. Okay, it's not in my DNA, but it's an interesting point. You know, when you go through as many games as I have, I'm happy to know I'm still not relaxed, and don't ever want to be, or it's probably my time to say goodbye.
Nor do you want the players to be relaxed.
No, I don't want the play.
That's
That's why I always love football more. You know, right? That's why I love football more. Because in football, you can get them to a frenzy and go out there and just hit somebody.
Right.
We got to go shoot that little round thing through the hoop, and you got to have a little more, you know, you got to be a little more relaxed. I mean, I remember, you know, when we beat Iowa State. And anyway, Cleves came to the bench and he says, I think this lob will work. And he was so jacked up. I said, knowing you'll throw it into the tuba section. But he threw a perfect lob with a minute left and it changed the game. Right?
That's right.
Hey, listen, let me just say this because we're running out of time. But seriously, thank you. And hang with us now. There's going to be some you know, things go on here. It's going to get crazy. Games are going to get tougher. But our fans, you guys have all been so good. And the guys that play for me, they're representing you really well. Thank you so much.
You've been listening to the Auto Owners Insurance presentation of the Tom Izzo Show, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. The Tom Izzo Show is also brought to you by One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of MSU Athletics. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Coors Light, choose chill. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. The Tom Izzo Show is a presentation of Playfly Sports in partnership with Michigan State Athletics. All rights reserved. Join us next time on this network station for all the Spartan basketball action on the Spartan Media Network.